Hello guys, and welcome to another video here on my channel. This will be, as you might have already guessed, will be about these pedals here. These are the PT-1 by ProtoSimTech, or actually these are the prototype beta test model for the PT-1 by ProtoSimTech. Chris Smith, co-founder of ProtoSimTech, approached me a couple of months ago if I would like to test his pedals, and I said sure, why not. So I have been using them for the last, let's say, 3 months, a bit more than 3 months, and so this video will be about my experiences with the pedals, and I will explain to you how they work, what adjustments they have, and so on. It would definitely won't be a review. I'm not a reviewer, I won't get into these things. It's only about my experience with the pedals, and mainly for two reasons. As I've been using them and working quite closely with Chris, I like them very much. I have to admit, I'm definitely not neutral. I'm definitely biased, so don't expect a neutral review here by me. And B, this is not the final product. It definitely isn't. Although they work absolutely flawlessly, a couple of things have been changed already, and even more things will be changed. So the final product will have a couple of different features, which of course I can't show you right now. Yeah, so one thing you might see here in this total the pedal stand itself and this heel plate here, these were all constructed by me. This is not how you will get the final product. In fact, initially there won't be a pedal stand as far as I know, just like with a couple of other high-end pedals. So you get 3 pedals and the circuit board. So I built this wood board here and the heel plate. You might have guessed already, it doesn't look very professionally, but it works. Alright, so let's take some close look at these pedals here. Okay, let's start with the throttle pedal. This one here. As you can see, it is spring-based, so you push against the spring. That gives you for resistance, and at the same time it's moving this arm here, which turns the potentiometer. Some say potentiometers are inferior to other solutions like Hall sensors or even load cells. Honestly, I don't know about that. Again, this is not a review. All I can say is, so far they work flawlessly, and they are pretty high quality as far as I know. And also, from my experience, Hall sensors, I had them with my Fanatic club spot pedals, and I regularly had to clean everything and retighten the screws. So I had issues with Hall sensors too. So anyway, I don't want to discuss this here. So this is how the throttle pedal works. You might see a lot of screws and stuff. you actually can adjust a whole lot with these pedals. And this red thing here is the stop. How far you can push the pedal. Some plastic rubber thing, and you can screw the screw in and out and fix it with that nut here. So that is adjustable. The tension of the pedal is adjustable if you move this arm here into a different slot, different hole here. You can see I have it in the middle one. It's just suits my style best. Then you can, I hope this is still in frame, you can adjust the pedal face height with this screw here. You can adjust the angle, the initial angle of the pedal arm with these two nuts here. So with this combined with the stop here, you can adjust the amount of travel. And yeah, also there are fine adjustments for the potentiometer arm itself, where this little rod is mounted to the arm, and also on the other side. In general, you can adjust a lot of things, but sometimes your adjustments will influence other adjustments, if I can put it that way. So I don't know, if you, for example, adjust the pedal arm angle and pedal travel a lot, you might end up with not ideal position of the potentiometer arm, and you can correct this with a couple of other mounting positions. And there are a couple of other examples, but this video shouldn't be about how to adjust them. I just want to show you what is possible. I'm sure Chris and ProtoSimTech will do some very detailed adjustment videos with the final product. Although I don't think the throttle pedal itself will change that much, but I'm not sure. Okay, one thing that I do know that will change is this plastic rubber piece here inside the spring. There will be it will be made from a different material called Delrin, but I haven't mounted this yet on my set of pedals. Cool. So that's for the throttle pedal. As for the operation, it's pretty smooth, and mainly it's extremely adjustable. I mean, you can have, as you can see, I have a lot of treble here. Many people maybe won't like that. They just need this amount of treble, or they want a different pedal angle because, for example, they have to mount the whole thing a bit more at an angle, or they have different legs or whatever. I mean, you just, no set of pedals will fit completely perfectly when you mount it to your rig. And in my opinion, if you can adjust, the more you can adjust, the better in my eyes, because the correct driving position, or a comfortable driving position, is so important for sim racing. And I have to say, I could adjust them just as I like them. So, throttle pedal. Alright, next up, the brake pedal. As many say, the most important pedal for sim racing, and I absolutely agree. A good brake pedal, which gives you the opportunity that is predictable, and you can repeatedly apply the same amount of braking and also modulate it very well in the braking zones. This is something very valuable for sim racing and will make you quicker, definitely. Load cells are mostly used in higher end pedals to achieve this, because you don't measure so much the amount of travel of the brake pedal, but more the amount of pressure that is applied, the amount of force. And this is much more easy to reproduce for your body than reproduce the exact same amount of travel in each braking zone. So you can remember pretty well how hard you have to press the pedal compared to how far you have to press it. That's the reasoning behind using load cells. And a load cell is also used here. This is this big thing here, you can see. Pretty heavy duty, high quality, as far as I can tell this. It looks real. Okay, the pedal, it works. You push against this mechanism here, big metal thing, and then by this you bend the load cell up with another bar down here. I can show you this really well, but you get it how it works. And also, as you can see, initially when I move the pedal, there is a bit of lead in. This is what the spring is for, and that little plastic thing inside. Until I press against this plastic thing, there's not very much resistance, only against this spring here, and I like that feeling very much. It's like on a real brake pedal. You also initially you have a bit of lead in. I don't know. I think Chris will include different lengths for these things, so you can adjust that for yourself. I cut mine to the length that I like most. And then there you have these very hard rubber pieces. I don't know the material, no idea. And these are for the actual braking resistance. I have one smaller and one bigger here. I'm pretty sure this will change a bit in the final product. Or I'm also pretty confident that Chris will include different sets of rubbers, so you can adjust the resistance to your liking. Mine is pretty firm. I have no way of measuring the brake force, so I really have no idea how much it is, but I'm not a weak guy. I weigh about 90 kilos and I can press it really hard. Anyway, but that's also, as you can see, adjustable. The rest, you can adjust the where the arm actually is mounted to the pedal arm. The rod is mounted to the pedal arm with these holes here. Same thing as in the throttle pedal. Pedal face height again with these screws here. And you might not see it in this shot, but you can see it in other shots. The pedal face itself is actually a lot wider than the throttle pedal face. I think it is 5 by 4 inches and throttle pedal is 5 by 3 inches, as is the clutch pedal face. I do like that because, especially for heel and toe, I will show this in another shot. Very quickly, I can move when I'm heel toeing. I do want to put my foot like here, so I can reach the throttle pedal better. And when I'm left foot braking, I can put it like on the center or even a bit on the left. So you don't have to move the pedal around, because for left foot braking you want it a bit more towards the clutch pedal, and for heel toe you might want it a bit more towards the throttle pedal, depending on your preferences. But I don't feel that's possible, that's necessary here, because the pedal face itself is so wide. Anyway, so I think that's about everything about the brake pedal. So, last but not least, the clutch pedal. This whole clutch mechanism here is pretty much outdated. I'm pretty sure it will be changed for the final product. The version that you can see here, it works. I have no problems with it, but it isn't as adjustable as it could be, maybe. Let's put it like that. And especially all the adjustments you make with pedal arm, angle and travel, amount of travel, influence the clutch mechanism a lot, and you have to readjust, which basically isn't a problem, but you end up with not as much amount of adjustment that could be possible. Anyway, doesn't matter, will be changed. I'm looking forward to how the new mechanism will work. I can show you how it does work here. As you can hear, I need a bit of force to actually move it, and you have that's the reason why this mechanism is here, is in order to have that progressive, or is it degressive, I don't know, feeling like you would have in a road car, in a real clutch, on a real clutch pedal. Gives a nice feel to it, and looks pretty awesome, I have to say. Apart from that, same principle as with the throttle pedal, potentiometer with potentiometer arm with a little push rod here that pushes the arm, and bump stop here, again adjustable, and also you could theoretically move this up and down. I haven't tried it actually. This will also change, of course, with the new clutch mechanism. I mean, I don't know how much the tension of this spring, of the main spring, actually matters with that mechanism mounted, because these springs do add a lot of tension. I haven't tried that, to be honest. Anyway, you could additionally, you could, if you don't like that feel, you could still remove the whole, dismount the whole clutch mechanism here, that thing, and it would just operate like the throttle pedal. I think the spring is a bit has a bit more tension to it, which you would similar to what you would find on the Club Sport pedals version 1. They also don't have a progressive mechanism on them, only a bit more tension on the spring than on the throttle pedal. Yeah, what I forgot to mention with the brake pedal, because it's on bump stop here, it will also get the bump stop. This is not mounted yet on my version, but the final product will have a bump stop as far as I know. Of course, I don't know these things for sure because I don't build them, but that's what Chris told me. Alright, yeah, the clutch pedal is also very heavy duty and feels good. Okay guys, in this next shot I just want to give you kind of an overview how big these pedals are compared to other common pedals on the market. So these are the PT-1 ProtoSimTech. Try to keep the same distance. These are the Thrustmaster T500 RS pedals. These are Club Sport, Fanatic Club Sport version 1. And here you have Logitech G25 or G27 pedals. So same thing, just from a different angle. Logitech pedals, Fanatic, Thrustmaster, and ProtoSimTech. And here is a shot where you can see them all at the same time. Okay, so what do I think about the pedals? What were my experiences? As I said, I've used them for more than 3 months, and I have to say I'm completely impressed. I mean, the build quality seems to be very, very high. They are constructed very sturdy, very substantial. I mean, this heavy piece of equipment, but I have had no problems so far. I mean, were absolutely reliable, consistent, no issues so far. And from a driving perspective, even compared to the pedals I used before, the Fanatics, these are just my personal experiences. That doesn't mean that will be the same for you. So please take that with a grain of salt. I noticed huge improvements regarding brake pedal modulation. So in the braking zone and with a little bit of trail braking, I can modulate the brake much better than before. I think this is also because it has a little bit more travel, and the resistance seems to be more progressive or easier controllable. I don't know how to put that. I like the feeling very much. And the throttle pedal, I also do think that I can control it and modulate it much better now. When accelerating out of the corner, I think I have much more control. And maybe when you watch my videos, you might spot from when on I was using these pedals. But as you know, I have this display here, and you can see my throttle input and my brake input. And I think I've become more fluid, and the inputs are well, it's not like 2 steps here or 3 steps, but really in a fluid way, getting off the brakes, applying the throttle, and so on. So for me, huge improvement. I'm sure this applies to all higher end pedals. These are just the first set of high end pedals that I've ever used. Apart from that, I do recommend using them with shoes, although I think you will be fine using them with socks, but depending on how hard you set the brake pedal regarding resistance, you might want to use shoes, and they are definitely suited for that. I mean, they're really sturdy, and I think it gives you a little bit more of immersion. By the way, the shoes that you see me using in this video, these are the Fast Track Sims shoes. I've just modified them a bit with laces because they were a bit too loose on my foot. Just pinched a couple of holes and use laces now on the shoes. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I could shed some light on these ProtoSimTech pedals and how they perform. At least the prototypes. Again, this is not the final product. If you want to find out more about the release date, final product, and so on, and get more information, check out ProtoSimTech website at www.protosimtech.com. And for me, I hope you guys liked it, and see you next time.